Shalom. This is a beat back with another edification. I want to wish all my subscribers high health and high spirits. I hope you and your loved ones are safe and in good health and taking the proper precautions against these agendas that are waged against us. I want to thank, I want to give a utmost thanks to my 115th subscriber. I recently checked my subscribers and I'm up to 115 subscribers now. So I want to thank my 115th subscriber with the utmost thank you, and my 114th subscriber and my 113th, as well as my 112th, and as well as my 111th and my 110th and my 109th and my 108th. Okay. My channel was growing in subscribers, and those that may or may not be biblically inclined, or those that may or may not identify as a Hebrew Israelite. My channel is for edification and for information. I am well aware that I'm well aware that all of my subscribers may or may not consider themselves Hebrew Israelites. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Drop a like. I need more likes, and I do need more comments about these videos. Today's topic is going to be about reasons and relationships. Reasons and relationships. And this is my 300th video, so congratulations to me for producing this content and making 300 videos worth. And I want to start off with a Bible verse in Isaiah chapter 10, and verse Salakia, in verse 16. It says, "Therefore shall the Lord of hosts, send among his fat ones leanness, and under his glory he shall kindle a burning like a burning of a fire, and the light of Israel shall be for a fire, and his Holy One for a flame. And it shall burn and devour his thorns and his briars in one day, and shall consume the glory of his forest and of his fruitful field, both soul and body. And they shall be as when a standard bearer faint, and the rest of the trees of his forest shall be few," talking about the people, "that a child may write them." Okay, speaking of a remnant of his people, which are the Israelites, the Hebrews that are keeping the commandments. Okay, 20, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them." Okay, so this is the Assyrian captivity and referring to the remnant of Israel that are being delivered and saved from their captivity. But the remnant, so throughout the Bible, the Most High Yahweh constantly delivers a remnant of his people. Okay, a remnant of his people. Okay, now 21. Well, no, Salakia, 20. "And it shall come to pass that in that day that the remnant of Israel And such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God. So, Lord willing, I'm amongst that elect and that remnant. 22, for though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption of the consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. Okay, so Lord willing, I'm amongst the remnant that shall be considered amongst the elect, that shall be saved and delivered out of this captivity for the third time, because, well, this is the third attempt for the kingdom. But what I just read is the second time that the Most High delivered his people out of a captivity. Okay, so with that, that's my intro. As far as Lord willing, I'm a part of this elect. Okay, now I got this slideshow going as a part of my topic, and we have some images and we have some famous people that may be recognized by whosoever is watching this video. Okay, I believe, I'm not sure what I'm gonna title this video. I'm not sure if it's gonna be reasons and relationship or something else. But I know my topic of discussion is about relationships. So my relationship with being delivered, my relationship with being amongst the remnant of Yahweh's people that are going to be delivered is the intro of my relationship. All right. Now, I made some videos previously regarding single motherhood and different 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 things that surround single motherhood. In this video, I'm going to touch on the false position of power of the woman when it comes to relationships. And I recently had a conversation about this. Give me 1 minute. I'm just looking over my notes and things that I scribbled down so I can stay on track. All right. Where am I? Okay. I recently had this conversation about single motherhood and how is single motherhood normalized today. Okay. I saw this movie with Eddie Murphy recently, his new Beverly Hills Cop movie, and it seemed a little cheesy. It wasn't as exciting as his previous Beverly Hills Cops. Of course, the characters have gotten older, and there's not a lot of action like it was in the first Beverly Hills. Okay, so one thing that I One thing that I didn't like about this movie, just like it was the one thing I didn't like about Coming to America when I first saw Coming to America. Coming to America is a comedy, but Beverly Hills Cop is also a comedy. But something really stuck out to me that bothered me. And to be honest, I cut the movie off. Maybe I'll work my way through the rest of the movie at a future time. But I stopped the movie at a certain point. I stopped the movie at the part where his daughter, I guess she's a lawyer, and she's representing some man, and she's being threatened by a group of other criminals, and they're threatening her because they want her to stop representing this man in court. So she was afraid of the men when they approached her, and they pushed her car off the side of a parking ramp, and she was like screaming, and she was acting like she was scared. But when the police rescued her and she was placed back on the ground, she started acting like she was tough. She started acting like she was tough. And there was a part of the movie where Eddie Murphy was Eddie Murphy was Eddie Murphy was having a conversation with his daughter, and I think that second Coming to America ruined Eddie Murphy's his acting. He went from attempting to inherit. Okay. Salaki, I gotta move right quick because I'm in a good position, but there's an Edomite that just showed up, a so-called white man that showed up that's trying to fix his car, so I'm gonna move. I gotta move to a different location real quick, so give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. All right, Salakia, let me continue. There was a part of the movie where his daughter started to speak against him, and she said, "What are you going to do? You're just going to leave like you did before, right?" And she was accusing him of leaving and not being there for her. All of a sudden, in America, this modern day black woman, she has become the number 2 accuser. I'm gonna say the number 3 accuser, but she's fighting hard for number 2. Because we used to have what Emmett Till suffered from. The so-called white woman, the Edomite, accused him of what she accused him of, and then he was put to death. And historically, the so-called white woman used to falsely accuse Negro men, and the men would end up dead. So the so-called black woman in 2024 in behind enemy lines in America, she's become an accuser, right? And I'm gonna speak on this accuser or these accusations. One of the most popular ones is men have cheated, and then another accusation is men left. Men were not there, right? So in the movie Beverly Hills Cop, she's accusing her father of not being there and leaving. Now, when she accused him of leaving and not being there, she became disrespectful. She became disrespectful. She was acting like a real bitch. All right, something that a child should never do is disrespect the parent, no matter what the accusation is or what the situation is. And I thought that was a flaw. I thought it was a flaw, and it's going to continue to be a flaw with Eddie Murphy and how he portrays himself in these movies. We've seen him with Norbit. We saw him, in Nutty Professor. Eddie Murphy's character is not coming from the mind of a king, or he doesn't have a rulership mentality in none of his movies. He's constantly falling short of having the mindset of a king or the mindset of a ruler. Okay, he had his chance and he blew it with Coming to America. That was his time to shine as a ruler. Okay. So I thought, I cut the movie short when Eddie Murphy was riding in the car with this Edomite, this so-called white man, after his daughter disrespected him and accused him. So the white guy that was driving the car, the Edomite, he told Eddie Murphy, "I don't know about being a father." And mind you, this white guy and Eddie Murphy's so-called black daughter was, you know, fraternizing with each other. Salakia, the so-called white man and the so-called black woman, which is Eddie Murphy's daughter in the movie, was fraternizing with each other, and he pretty much was had a daughter that was like she liked this white guy, so-called white man. So not only did you have this interracial sin, this act of sin taking place between his daughter and this so-called white man, which is an Edomite, but you also had the disrespect with her, and then on top of that, you had this Edomite, this white man that was driving the vehicle, driving Eddie Murphy, and he was doubling down on the behavior of his daughter, of Eddie Murphy's daughter. The white man was, so-called white man was. He said, "I know what it's like when a father is not doing right by his child or something." He told him to that reference, to that. And he and Eddie Murphy was pretty much putting up with this, like tolerating this disrespect and tolerating this accusation, and he wasn't really manning up and putting everybody in their place. I think the daughter told him, "What are you going to do? You're going to leave, and like you did before when you put your job first and all this kind of stuff." And what I noticed is that when a man is thinking of himself and putting himself first and trying to rise to this mindset of a king or a ruler, females or femininity constantly undermines his position of power. The Western black woman is not prepared to support or serve or to be fit as a wife for a so-called black man when he's in his rulership mindset. right? So if you're a so-called black man in 2024 behind enemy lines of America, this 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 position that this so-called black woman rather find herself in, which is an accuser's position. Okay, she's an accuser. She's constantly accusing the the so-called black man instead of preparing herself to support a so-called black man in his rulership, right? Then you're going to notice that the problem with the modern day so-called black woman is that she's a third generation of a group of women, right, that decided to undermine the Most High, Yahweh, the Creator, and His laws that He requires her to keep. And she's a third generation of undermining of a group of women that undermine male authority and male leadership, right? Talking about black male leadership, black male authority. She undermines black male rulership mindset, right? So I said it again, and I'm gonna say it. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Leaders come from men because women can't teach men how to be a leader, and women are not leaders, never will be leaders. Okay? Women will never be leaders of men. Okay? Now, I was having this conversation about this single motherhood achievement that women choose to be. And I'm gonna say this: all of the women that choose to be single mothers represent a group of women. So when I say the word all, I don't like when I hear men make a general statement like, "Oh well, women choose to be single mothers," right? Now, there's no such thing as all women. What, you know what I'm saying? I can't generalize all women. Like, I'm not speaking about all women that exist on the face of the earth. I'm not. There's no such thing as all women, and then making a statement after that, like all women are fat, all women are ugly. So the word all. Let me go over this. The word all, it says, of the common modern phrase with it, at all, in any way, is from mid 14th century. And all and everything else. And all and everything else is from 1530s. All but everything short of is from 1590s. All but everything short of, which is a group. So what I'm getting into right now is there is a majority group of women that make the minority group of women look bad. So if I said all the single mothers that choose to be single mothers are idiots, I'm referring to a group of women that don't represent all women. The word all pertains to a group that is being referred to. So if I said all monkeys eat bananas, is that true? Or is it just some monkeys eat bananas? Right? Okay. So when we say all the single mothers that choose to be single mothers are the problem, right? Because all, like in 1590, it says all but everything short of. The word everything doesn't mean everything. All women don't mean every woman. If I said all these women want to do is be single mothers, am I saying every woman, or am I referring to every woman that chooses to be a single mother? See, I'm referring to a group. There's no way that a woman can represent all women, because all women don't like each other, right? There's going to be a group of women that don't like another group of women. There's never a time where, if I said like all women can get pregnant, is that true? No, because there's a certain group of women that can't. See that? So the word all, if a man or a woman is speaking to their children and say, all of y'all go get in the car and get ready to go, does that mean that man or that woman is talking to the neighbor's children? No. The word all refers to a group. That's why it says all but everything short of. All but everything short of. That's a group. Okay? It says all's fair in love and war is by 1826 with that wording but variance. See that? And it's talking about a certain scenario. All advantages are lawful in love and war. It just can't say all advantages are lawful. It's talking about a certain situation. So the word all, when I use this word all, just know that I'm not trying to use this word out of context. Okay, the proper context of all is referring to a group. That's why in the scripture it says all of Israel shall be saved. Does it say all human beings shall be saved? No, because there's still sinners that will be punished and that will find themselves in the lake of fire. So the word all is subjective. Okay, it's all but everything short of. Okay, so let's go back to the slideshow. Okay, so my point is, all of these single mothers are not leaders. Well, all women are not leaders. All of them. Women are not leaders. Women will never be leaders. The point that I'm making is that single mothers claim that they're independent. And I made this point in one of my previous videos about women who claim to be independent, but they have a 9-to-5 job that they got to go clock in before they get late to work. They still have a job, but they claim to be independent. So this false position of power that women find themselves in or decided to put themselves in it gives them a sense of superiority over the children, because women are naturally superior over children, the same way men are naturally superior over women. So if a woman is claiming she's independent of male leadership, having to answer to a man, having to cooperate with a man. That's her independence. She undermines the authority of the man. She undermines the authority of the Most High God, Yahweh. That's what all of these single mothers decide to do. Okay, that's what they're choosing to do. Okay, all of them, all of the single mothers that choose to be single mothers, and there's more than 5 ways that a woman can end up as a single mother. But all of those women, all of them, those women that choose. Remember, there's like 70-something% of women that choose to be single mothers, and then you have this 30% of women that don't choose to be single mothers, but they end up a single mother by default. Okay, there's more than 5 ways a woman can end up as a single mother. I'm speaking about a group of women that choose to be single mothers. Okay, the women that choose to be single mothers are the problem. Okay, now let me look at my notes here. Some of these accusations, right, because the modern day black woman has become an accuser. Okay, the modern day woman has become an accuser. Okay. Now, let me go into Romans 7, and my point is in 3, or really 2 through. My point is in 2, 3, and 4. Okay. It says, this is Romans chapter 7 and verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law. Okay? I speak to them that know the law. How that the law has dominion over a man. The law has dominion over the man. And this is important for men, not to be weak and to put themselves in the mindset of a ruler. Put themselves in the mindset of a king. Okay, you have these women, these modern day women in America, they say things like, I want a man that's going to be just for me. Or I want a man to be what I need him to be. Or I want a man that's going to be what I want. But men are not created to be what a woman wants unless she's a lawful woman. And she desires a man that is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's the divine woman that desires a divine husband. Okay? Men are not supposed to be what a woman wants them to be. Okay? God didn't create men to be what a woman wants, whatever she desires him to be. Okay? So this is Romans chapter 7. It says, know ye not, brethren, talking to the men, because the law flows through the men, okay? And I'm going to get into this because a man is not supposed to conform to a woman's values and desires. A woman is supposed to conform to the values of the man, because the law is flowing through the man, and the bond is the prize. The woman is never the prize. The bond between man and woman is the prize. Okay? It says, Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law has dominion over a man as long as he liveth. Okay, as long as he live. Okay. 2. For the woman which has a husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth. Okay, so long as he liveth. All right. Sex is marriage. The act of sex is meant for marriage. Okay. It's meant to establish, it's meant to solidify the bond between her covenant with this man that she is calling her husband. Okay. It says, for the woman which has a husband is bound by the law to her husband so as long as he liveth. That's why women cannot move on with another man. Let me finish this, okay? Let me explain this. For the woman which has a husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is free from the law of the husband. Now, let's stop right there for a second. These Western women do not abide by the law. They do not agree that sex is marriage. They do not believe that a covenant holds more weight than a contract with the so-called white man's jurisdiction. Okay? Salakia for this noise. I got this Edomite back here putting on a part on this car. He just pulled up while I'm trying to do this content. And I done moved once. And he's knocking pretty hard on his car part, whatever he's trying to do. I'm in the shade because it's hot outside. Okay? All right. So the Western black woman, she does not obey or abide by the laws of the Most High God. She does not believe that she's not allowed to divorce a man that she doesn't want to be with. Far too many times, these Western women, they don't believe sex is marriage. Okay? Now, the Bible says a woman can leave a husband, but she can't divorce. Her marriage to a man, her baby daddies, that these women have multiple baby daddies, the women do not believe that they're still married to the man that they didn't want to be with and they chose to leave and be a single mother. Right? The Bible says that a woman which has a husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. And sex is marriage in the Bible. Okay? It says, bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth, but if the husband be dead, that means a widow, she is loosed, she is free from the law of the husband. 3. So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man. So this is a woman that chose to leave her husband. I'm going to have to go somewhere else because it's hold up. Okay, he's knocking pretty hard on that car part. Okay. It says, so then if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. Okay? Now, an adulteress. The reason I'm speaking about this is because there's no such thing as cheating. I'm at to move because he's being real loud with this car part. Salakia. I need need to go somewhere else. Okay. Because I don't know how you I don't know what you fixing on if you're doing all that knocking. There's nothing you can fix doing all that knocking. All right. If it gets any louder, I'm going to have to move because I'm trying to make my point. Let me see here. Okay. Salakia. Okay, give me a minute. I'm going to have to move. I got to move. Because the day I'm trying to make a video is the day that Esau is over here banging on his car. Give me just a minute while I find somewhere else to go. So the point that I'm making is that the Western woman, while I find somewhere else to go, the Western woman, she decided not to keep the laws of God, and she also decided to undermine male authority, and she decided to be a single mother. Okay, single motherhood gives her a chance to be a leader and superior over the children. She can't be a single mother. She can't be a leader if she doesn't have something or somebody to have authority over. And women do not have authority over men. They have authority over children naturally. Okay? And that's why women choose to be single mothers. Because they can have that natural authority over the child or the children. Okay? Now, another accusation that the Western woman, I think her number one accusation is that a man cheated. All right, that a man cheated. Now the Bible explains it very clearly. If a man meets a woman and she already has children, and her ex is still alive, or her baby daddy that she decided to leave is still alive, then most of these women don't want to be held to the law of the Bible because the man that they had children with was not trying to keep the laws with them. Like she don't believe she was under the law. She don't believe she was under the law when she was dealing with this man and had children with him. So let's say a man meets a woman today and he's like, oh, your baby daddy's still alive, and she says, yeah. And he's like, oh, well, I can't deal with you or I can't marry you because your ex is still alive. And she'll say, well, that's not fair because he wasn't a man of God, and I shouldn't be held to that standard. It's not my fault that he cheated, or it's not my fault that, because she's going to accuse him. Most of these Western women accuse the men for the relationship not working out. They accuse these Western men of a lot of things. Okay, you see, I have Marjorie with Steve Harvey. She accused him of infidelity. There's no such thing as cheating. There's just adultery. And according to the Bible, a married man is allowed to have multiple wives, and he's allowed to make a woman his wife by having sex with her, another woman, long as that other woman is not married. Okay, that's a law. Okay, that's a law and a permission. Now, the Western woman that prefers a monogamous relationship, she's the problem. And that's why it's better for men to not deal with these women that want a man to be what she wants. Okay, unless she wants a lawful man. Okay, so this is, again, I found a new place to park, so I'm going to continue. Romans chapter 7 and verse 2. For the woman which has a husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, which is a widow, she is loosed, which is free from the law of the husband. 3. So then if while her husband liveth, meaning these Western women like to divorce men and leave men all the time and accuse the man of being a reason why she decided to leave and take the kids and be a single mother, okay? She's actually unlawful, okay? It says, so then if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, okay? So that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. See that? This is very important, okay? This is very important, okay? Because we're talking about relationships. This is the relationships, and I'm giving reasons to why the Western woman and relationships are problematic when it comes to monogamy and when it comes to the so-called black woman choosing to put herself in a false position of power over the man. Okay? She's constantly accusing the man. If you listen to these Western women, according to them, the black man is tripping over this banana peel called cheating. When male nature is not meant to be with one woman. Now, there's some men that can pull this off, but I'm saying a lot of these men are finding themselves with women that they're not married to, and they are allowing themselves to be accused by a woman that is unlawful. These women are not under the law of God. If they were, they would obey and abide by the laws of God. Okay? That's what men should find themselves with. Go get you a woman that believes in the law of the Bible, and she understands that sex is marriage and that a man is allowed to have multiple wives. Find you a lawful woman that understands what Romans 7, 2 and 3, or Salakia, Romans chapter 7, 1 through 3 is allowing a man to do, and what boundaries it puts on a woman who thinks she can just file for divorce and remarry at her own disposal or at her own discretion. Because too many men to these Western women are disposable. I've seen Western women leave good men, which are righteous men, and I've seen women accuse righteous men of the same things they accuse no good men of. cheating. Okay, and what do these men have in common? Whether they're righteous or whether they're uh, you know, considered broke or bums to these women, is that male nature is the same. Okay, male nature is the same. All right. So one more time, because I had to move around and there was a lot of noise. Without me getting off subject, because I want to reiterate what this topic is about. This topic is about relationships. And Lord willing, I'm a part of the elect or the remnant that's going to be saved. Okay? The laws of the Bible, they are, they'll save you men. They'll save you brothers from subjecting yourself to an unlawful woman and finding yourself in an unlawful relationship with a woman. These laws will save you from living life out of context as well. There's far too many women walking around with the wrong context of understanding. Okay, they take the Bible out of context. They take relationships out of context. They take words out of context. Okay, so you men have to rise up and elevate your mindset to the mindset of a ruler, like this brother right here with the crown, and the brother right there with his 2 wives, and the brother down there with his multiple wives, and avoid these unlawful women that choose to be single mothers because they prefer monogamy, and they find themselves being an accuser. Okay, these Western women are accusers. I think that's what the name of this video is. The Western women want to be the number, the number one accuser. Okay, we used to have to deal with these so-called white women accusing men, and that's what happened to Emmett Till. These false accusations, and the one brother that was in the movie Creed, I forget his name, but a lot of these brothers are finding themselves with women that are nothing more than accusers. And these women are unlawful and will consider these men disposable and go after his wealth or take his children. And then if a brother, if you ever met a woman that has children, she not only is she an accuser, but she's still unlawful. And then she walks around and carries this air of entitlement, and she starts to say things like what she not gonna put up with because of what she's accusing the previous men of. And at this point, she's an adulteress because sex is marriage, and she'll accuse these men that she decided to walk away from, and she'll be looking for a man that's gonna be what she wants. Okay, she's looking for a man to be what she wants, and it's not my job as a man to be what a woman wants if she doesn't desire a lawful man. I'm not about to be with an unlawful woman and give up the ghost and stop keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to be with a woman that's unlawful, right? I think that's the name of this video going to be the unlawful. The unlawful Western woman is an accuser, something like that. Okay, so this false position of power that the woman is in is so that she can be a leader of herself. Okay, women that claim to be independent, they're independent of a man's leadership. So since women are inferior of men, just like Satan is inferior of men, women rather consider being a single mother an achievement because she is in charge of herself. She doesn't like male leadership. She doesn't want to have to answer to a man. She doesn't like structure. A lot of these Western women don't like structure. So let me read this from Sister Shirazad Ali, her book called The Black Man's Guide to Understanding a Black Woman. Okay, let me read this real quick. All right, this is page 173, and it reads, Black women seemingly have a bloodline connection when it comes to taking and following instructions. She is hard-headed and stubborn to have her own way. She thinks that if she obeys her man, that he will try to make a fool of her and take away her identity. She also fears what her family and friends will say if they find out she lets him tell her what to do. Therefore, she is disobedient. Obedient means one who is willing to follow instruction as a means of respect. Slave means a human being who is owned by another and dominated to the point of drudgery, mistreatment, and pain. Fool means a silly person, capable of being tricked or deceived. Okay? Black women are not readily Black women are not readily able to explain why they associate obedience with that of being a fool. Right? And that's the black woman in America, this Western black woman that chooses this false sense of this false position of power. She's always undermining a man's position of authority. Why is it no wonder, I'm gonna just say this because I'm not, no wonder the Western woman can't support or can't agree with male nature. Let these Western women tell it. God created men with flaws, with a relationship flaw, with a loyalty flaw. Men can't be loyal to one woman. That's because the Most High's nature, he didn't program men to be loyal to one woman. Like I said, there's men that can do it, but for the most part, men have the ability to play for keeps with multiple women the same way women have the capability of loving multiple children. Whether the multiple children are from one man or whether these multiple children are from multiple men, they have the capability of loving multiple children. And men have the same ability, and it pertains to the children and the women. Okay? So, it says here, black women are not readily able to explain why they associate obedience with that of being a fool, nor are they able to elaborate on why they compare being told what to do with slavery. See that? If these Western women do not follow the instructions of the law that's directed at them, so they don't obey their portion of the law, and then they're always trying to undermine the black man's authority and a position of power. They view black men through the eyes of an oppressor. So if a man is trying to rise up to the mindset of a ruler and rise up and man up and toughen up and have the mindset of a king, these women will start accusing him and trying to tear down his superiority and his authority and his nature. Okay? It's interesting how black women see all women as queens, but not when a man desires multiple wives. All of a sudden, they don't believe a king is entitled to multiple queens. All of a sudden, all these queens just don't exist when it's time for a man to have multiple queens. They just want they just see one queen. Only they can be a queen when it comes to a man having multiple women. But then when a woman is a single, when it comes to black girl magic, all of a sudden every woman is a queen. See that? When there's not enough kings, naturally there's more women created than men. Hence, multiple wives with a man. Women are going to find themselves sharing a man, a righteous man. Okay? Let me continue. The slave master systematically and graphically devised steps to prove in front of the black woman that the black man had no control of his will. And he destroyed anything he tried to build or protect. So the black man's trying to build and protect, and the white man, the so-called Edomites, are coming to destroy anything that the so-called black man is trying to protect and build. The black man's stamina, faith, and perseverance in the face of multiple impossible-looking obstacles impressed her that he was a soft-headed man who repeatedly deceives himself by believing that he can do great things. It's a paradox to her. See that? So Sister Shirazad Ali, she wrote a book exposing the nature of black women and how the black woman secretly hates male authority. She won't boldly come out and say exactly what she don't like because it's subconscious. Okay? It's subconscious. So, this was my topic today. And I got these ratchet women on the screen because these ratchet black women are classless. And they are a part of the problem. They are a part of that group of women. All of these women in the group that are the problem, all of them are trashy. A man has to be unlawful and in lust to desire one of these unlawful women. It's not like these women are going to serve their divine purpose and keep the laws and commandments of the Bible. Look at these women. Look at these ratchet, trashy ass black women. All of them. All of these women are trashy. All of them. So when men, and what I don't like about black women is that they forget that women are not in one group. Women are not grouped together. There's groups of women. Women forget that there's a group of women that are the problem. There's a group of women that are the majority, making the minority, the few good women, look bad. So the few good women are going to have to be the wives of these few good men. And they're going to have to keep in mind that the majority of the black women are trash and classless and unlawful. Sex is not marriage to the majority of black women. The minority black women, the groups of black women, at least they're able to be taught and re-educated. Okay? The single mother down here in the bottom right corner, she's pregnant with another child and she's a single mother. Okay, she's unlawful. Because all of them children, you would think there would be a man there smiling, taking a picture too. Marjorie with Steve Harvey, she accused him. That's why I tell men, stay away from women who want monogamy. Stay away from them, especially if the man is playing, he desires to play for keeps with multiple women. All ratchet women are trash. Okay, all of them. Okay, so you could I could say that in general. I could generalize with all of those women. All of those women. What's his name? Right here, Uman Shumpert, whatever his name is, Iman Shumpert. He ran into an accuser. That's why I let this slide. She'll just keep playing, because these Western women, black women, or Western women with Western values of monogamy, they're nothing but accusers. That's what they are. They're accusers. And men can do better than these women. Men can do better than these women. They don't have to let go of the law. They don't have to let go of Romans chapter 7. They don't have to let go of the law and deal with women outside of the law. A lot of these single mothers are only trying to achieve being a single mother because they get support from either men or the state or the government. They're being incentivized to be a single mother. Okay? These men need to find themselves with women that are lawful. Women that are biblical. Not these unlawful women who may believe in the false god Jesus, the falsehood of religion. Okay? The so-called black woman, she's an accuser, and she undermines male authority, and she undermines her portion of the laws of the Bible. She turned her back on God. She turned her back on the black man to be a single mother, and to lead herself. Really, it's just to lead herself. That's really what she did. That's really what she did. Okay, so this video was to cover the reasons and the relationships. Okay, relationships. This is 2024. This is my 300th video. I need more likes. I need some dialogue in my comment section. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. It's salute to my subscribers for getting me to 100 and for getting me to 115. I need more views. I don't even get 100 views, and I have over 100 subscribers. I don't even get 100 views unless I make a short. Most of my views is on a short and not an actual video. You know what I'm saying? When I go to viewers who have a lot of followers, their followers pretty much watch their videos. If they got 20,000 subscribers, they get at least 20,000 views. Okay? So share my content. Hopefully someone has been edified. Hopefully this has been informative to somebody. Okay? The black woman, she prefers to be in her false position of power because she gets to lead herself. She doesn't have to be a follower behind a man. Of course, women are following other women and trends that other women set. So they're still followers. So that's why I say a false position of power. That's why women rather not deal with a man and be responsible for 100% of what she has to do, because at least she doesn't have to listen to a man. You know, they always look at following instructions of a man as slavery, like Shirazad Ali said in her book on page 173. Following a man's instructions, cooperating with a man, being a wife, putting in the work, the necessary work to be a wife, is slavery to a woman. The modern day woman, she wants to lead herself, and she wants to find a man that is going to be what she wants. She's going to raise the children to be the way she wants them to be, not the way the Most High wants or desires or instructs his people to be under the law. See? It's real simple once we step back and analyze the noise. Analyze the noise of these modern day women. Just analyze the noise. What is the problem with the so-called Western black woman? Well, the Bible says she's unlawful. She does not abide by the law. She does not abide by sex as marriage. She does not abide by, you can't just divorce with a piece of paper and move on and find another man and have some more children with another man, because you're still married to your ex according to the law of God. Women think a marriage is a piece of paper, and then they think a divorce is just a piece of paper. Marriage is a spiritual law. It's a covenant. Sex is marriage. So when men, if you haven't already started keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, the laws will be your safe haven. They will save you from being taken advantage of by these unlawful Western women. And they are unlawful. All of them are. All of the women that are unlawful in that group of black women, all of them are unlawful. All ratchet women are unlawful. All trashy black women are unlawful. Remember, there's no such thing of all meaning everybody. All pertains to a group. All refers to every person within a group. It never means all groups combined together. There's different groups of women. So when I say all trashy women ain't shit, or all women who choose to be a single mother is the problem, yes, all of them are. Okay? Use these words in context. Stop dealing with women who live life out of context, because you're going to find yourself as the man, or any man who deals with a woman that's living life out of context and you desire that woman, that man will begin to live life out of context. Okay? That's how it goes. So hopefully this has been edifying to someone. I need to get my likes up. I need to get my views up. I need to get my subscribers up. Again, I want to thank my 115th subscriber, as well as my 114th, my 113th, my 112th, my 111th, my 110th, my 109th, my 108th, okay, my 107th, okay. I thank my subscribers every time I get on here, because, again, my subscribers go up. When I check in from time to time to look at my subscribers, sometimes I don't even get a notification. I got to go to my channel and see. So I want to wish all of my subscribers high health, I hope this reaches all of my subscribers in high spirits. I hope that you and your loved ones are in high health and safe and taking the proper precautions against these agendas that are waged against us by America, aka Babylon, while we are behind enemy lines. Okay? This has been a Beak. This is my 300th video. Okay? Share my videos, like my videos, subscribe if you haven't already. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna name this video, but it's gonna have something to do with black women being the accuser. All right? False accusers, because there's nothing that black men say about black women that is a lie. Nothing that black men say about black women is a lie. Women don't hold themselves accountable to what men say about them because they're avoiding the law. They're avoiding and undermining male authority. All right? That's their secret. That's their secret. Okay? Women will never be leaders. Women can never outgrow being a follower. So being a single mother puts them in a false position of power. And you can't be a leader unless you have children as a single mother. And then you can boss them around and tell them what to do. And feel like you have authority over somebody. But the Western woman, she feels like she's entitled to everything that a man has because the government is the one incentivizing them with benefits and programs. So they're like, if I'm getting that from the government, then I can get that from a man. And a man is entitled to give me all this stuff. But I'm telling men to be lawful. If you haven't read the Bible as a man, and if you haven't decided, Salakia, to keep the laws to the best of your ability, you might want to do so you can increase your spiritual fortune against these accusers over here in America. So it's Sunday. I wanted to make this video. And I think I covered my topic. I think I pretty much covered my topic. All right. It's the majority versus the minority group of women. The minority group of women are losing from the failure of the majority of women, stepping away from their divine place. So do not follow these majority of women who advocate being a single mother and divorcing men and considering the relationship over once she decides that she doesn't want to be with him. I said it in my previous video, black women in America have the ability to have sex with men that they do not want to be with. And men have the ability to have sex with women that they do not like. But these are carnal men and women, not lawful men and women. Okay? In the Bible, women are not allowed to divorce. The divorce is death. Death do us part. Death do us part is a law. Because the husband, the previous man that a woman was having sex with and having children with, must be deceased before she can remarry. You men that are choosing to be with these women and choosing to deal with and entertain these women over here in the West, and they have children from previous relationships, and the The man is still alive. See, sex is marriage. It ain't no piece of paper. If he's still alive and you decide that you're gonna remarry her, she's an adulteress. She's an adulteress. That's why a married man having sex with a married woman in the Bible considers both of them committing adultery. The married woman having sex with a married man, she's an adulteress, and the man is committing adultery just like her. Okay? It's not a piece of paper that says a man and a woman is married. It's a covenant. It's a spiritual law that women do not abide by and obey in the West. Right? Just meditate on that. Hopefully someone has been edified. This has been a Beak. This video was about reasons and relationships. And I hopefully someone has been edified. Share, like, subscribe. Shalom.